today. I want to thank Michelle Healy, who is the head of KU here at Cheltenham, Christine Legg, who is the CEO of KU, Robin Evans, who's the president of the Primary Principals Association, and Jonathan Peatfield from Life Education is here as well. Well, who said reform was dead? We, as a reformist government, have always looked at ways in which we can transform our state for the betterment of everybody across New South Wales. And today's announcement is an incredibly important one. By going down the path of revolutionising our school system and early childhood education today will ensure that our kids get the best start in life. We know that early childhood education works. For many years, preschools right across our state have provided our children great opportunities to set them up for school success. And during that period of time, what we've learned is that starting at preschool makes a real difference to children's educational outcomes and social outcomes. So many, many years ago, they decided that kindergarten should start at the age of 6. But today, we're bringing that 1 year forward for 4 and 5-year-olds because we know it makes a real difference. Our preschools right across the state do amazing work, our wonderful teachers who set up our kids for the best start in life. And today's announcement, which we are making alongside the Victorian government, 2 states working together, leading the nation on revolutionary reform in our education system. This 10-year program, a $5 billion investment over 10 years, will get us to the point where we have universal pre-K education in our state. And what a wonderful and fantastic thing this is. But it wouldn't have happened if we hadn't gone down the path for many, many years, led by Sarah Mitchell in providing 3 days and many hours of free preschool to children right across our state. And it's through that education that we've learnt what works, and we've learnt that preschool gives our kids the best start in life. And so today's announcement will really transform and change the way that we look at education here in New South Wales. It will ensure that our kids get the best social outcomes, the best educational outcomes, and what a fantastic thing that is. And to be Premier of the state, it's a very proud day for me because we are a government, as we've seen in this budget, that is looking to reform, looking at new ways of doing things and setting our state, but particularly today, our children up for a brighter future. We're now going to pass to Sarah Mitchell. And I just want to make a comment today as well that Natalie Ward is here to make a very important announcement in relation to women in construction. So I'll have many great young girls who are here today who are in preschool that one day will have great jobs in construction as well. So Sarah will go next, then we will go to Michelle Healy, then we'll go to Christine Legg, Robin Evans, then Jonathan Peatfield, and then Matt Keane will speak, and then Natalie Ward will wrap us up, and then we'll take all your questions.
Thanks, Tom. Well, good morning, everybody. You know, this really is a momentous day in New South Wales, and I'm so proud that we're delivering this. I actually feel quite emotional about this announcement. It's something that we've been wanting to do in New South Wales, and for me as Minister for Education and Early Learning, we've been working on this for a couple of years. So to see it all come to fruition, it's just amazing. I also want to acknowledge Michelle and the staff here at KU Preschool in Cheltenham, but in doing so acknowledge all of our amazing early childhood educators who work day in and day out to support our littlest learners. It is such an important role that they have, and by doing this today, by making it really clear that as a government we believe in early childhood education, we know that early learning matters, we want to invest in your workforce so that we can help grow and provide, as the Premier said, a universal year of free pre-kindergarten for every child in New South Wales by 2030. I also want to thank Robin and Jono who are here today, and I think what that signifies is this is something that has buy-in for everybody who works in education. When you look at the announcements throughout this week, from our fund on Tuesday to really help access to childcare for families who need that support, the developmental checks that we announced yesterday, the continuation of affordable preschool also announced yesterday, culminating in today, which is of course universal pre-K. There's no doubt at all that having a strong start to life is so important for our children and their future. If you get quality early childhood education in the year before school, it can literally change the trajectory of the life of a child. particularly our kids who come from more disadvantaged backgrounds, but everybody benefits. So this will start rolling out in New South Wales from next year. We will start to have pilots and trials underway. We will be looking later this year to expand preschools on our school sites, but we also want to work closely with the existing early childhood sector, with our community preschools, our long daycares, and build capacity at those services as well. We're talking about large numbers of children, up to 130,000 children each year in that universal pre-K. We need to do this in conjunction with our school sector, but also with our early learning sector.
Okay, that's the New South Wales Education Minister, Sarah Mitchell. We'll have to leave it there. The New South Wales government is moving on this announcement on childcare with the Victorian government.